Hollywood Players, so we've listened to alternative, we've listened to soul, we've listened to the standards, and a little bit of Morrissey. I guess that's considered alternative. Well, now we're gonna give you a great singer, great band, Sombra Quieta, including Sasha and Diego Galindo, who lied to me. That sneaky little devil, he told me that he didn't sing. But if you watch the clip after the interview, you're gonna notice that he's a great singer, singing Guajira. So watch out for Sombra Quieta. We're back on Hollywood Players, and this time we're switching things up a little bit. We don't have a singer, we have actually a guitar player. His name is Diego Galindo, and he's gonna tell you a little bit about where he started and the good and the bad of the business and what he does.
Well, as you mentioned, I'm a guitarist and basically local, and I would consider myself as a local musician, but I've had the opportunity to perform with some headlining groups, and just like everybody else wanting to make it in the big scene. But it's been really nice, you know. Even the local stuff has been really nice. I've been able to meet so many people and a lot of influences. Poncho Sanchez opened up for him a couple times before at the Atlas Club when it was open in LA, and I got a chance to meet up with him again in over at the one of the colleges when he at Pomona when he played for the students, and been able to perform with other guitarists that actually toured with Paulina Rubio, and done some music with Cypress Hill in the past, and so I've been pretty fortunate. But just like any other musician, still struggling, but it's I love it, I mean, it all depends on struggling. I mean, it depends on how high do you want to go. As long as I have that instrument in my hand, doesn't matter whether I play for 5 people or 5,000 people, I'm content with what I'm doing. I consider myself pretty much established in what I've been wanting to do.
What tips do you have for the people that are ready to come from another state and maybe start in Hollywood? How easy is it? I mean, when you get off the plane or the bus, are they waiting for you? Are they handing out parts in movies?
It's tough because once you think you have that voice or you think you're that guitarist, there's always somebody waiting behind you that might be able to pull some extra tricks. So that's what makes it very competitive, and that's what is going to give you the motivation to continue, and to try to push harder and do things that the next guitarist or the next singer can't do. And that's what's going to make it or break it.
Where can we find your music?
You can find my music at Sombra Quieta Music at the MySpace, www.myspace, Sombra Quieta Music, and also sombraquietamusic.com. And you'll be able to see some videos there and some information on the group, my band members, and things that we've done, and the gigs that we play actually, local things. We're based right now out of the Riverside County area, performing at Sevilla. Spanish cuisine, we do flamenco shows, but about 10 o'clock at night people start coming in to watch the live entertainment, and we kind of mix the flamenco with a little Latin jazz to make it more danceable for people just to enjoy themselves.
Do you have any CDs for sale or anything they can pick up?
I do, and if you go ahead and log on to the web and the MySpace, you'll get all the information on the CDs and upcoming projects that we have.
Tell us like a moment when you really felt like this is the right thing that I'm doing, like maybe God talked to you or the music, you just felt like goosebumps and you said, okay, this is the right thing.
Well, first of all, my influence was my dad. My dad's a guitarist, and he basically taught me the roots of the music. And just growing up, I was fortunate to be around neighbors that were also musically influenced, and we would, being raised in Cerritos, drive all the way to LA, and for the first time at a free concert, seeing Santana play, and that's when I really knew that's what I wanted to do, and one of my influences.
You were saying that your friend got you started, or that you got started?
I had a friend. I had a friend that had a coffee shop, and she says, "Hey, Diego, I know you play guitar. Why don't you come by the coffee shop and play some music? And I'll give you $25 and all the coffee you can drink." Okay, so I'm like, yeah, what the heck, And I brought my other guitarist, we were playing. Well, we probably lasted there 2 weeks, because then one of the managers from Twin Palms, which is Kevin Costner's place in Pasadena, said, "Hey, would you like to come down and play at Twin Palms?"
I've been to Twin Palms. We got to go there. Give them the address, because
I can't remember.
You don't know? What street is
downtown Pasadena?
They play jazz there, right? Big dance floor, drinks.
Yeah.
I've been there. It's a nice place, and I never knew the name of it.
And I don't know if he still owns it because of the breakup with his wife. She might actually own the place now.
Really?
But off of Los Robles in Pasadena.
What kind of music do they play?
They do a different variety. They'll do anything from like Latin music to jazz.
Do they ever have standards, like vocal singers?
Yeah, they do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's called Twin Palms?
Twin Palms, Pasadena. Really nice. It's actually all outdoor, but it's a tent. And you know, you get that indoor feeling, but it's just a tent. That's all it is.
Do you deal with any hip hop music? Do you work on that?
No, not too much. But I've had a lot of people, you know, email me and see stuff and want to mix that kind of like that Ozo Motley feel. You know, that's what they do. And I've had requests to do that as well. Right now, I'm so backed up with the projects that I'm doing right now that you know it's hard for me to even finish my own stuff.
What are you working on currently?
Right now, well, just, you know, with that Cohiba deal that I'm working with right now, putting a song together. I'm doing a song, old Malo song called Margarita, and we're doing a flamenco version of it, and pitching it to my sponsors, and we'll hopefully do a full-blown video with it.
All right.
And then we're talking within the next few weeks with that.
We're looking out for that one.
Yeah.
Thank you again.
This is Sacha Mata, my percussionist, and she's also one of the roots of the group. Not only is she the percussionist for the group, you'll be able to see her on the videos, but she's also the designer of all our logos, all the actually MySpaces, the web. She's also a graphic designer by trade. So I've been very, very fortunate to be able to meet Sacha and the stuff that she's done for the group to help promote. She's done a really, really, really good job.
Can you talk a little bit about how you got started in music?
Well, he taught me actually. He taught me percussion, so he's a student, and I'm here in Sombra Quieta now doing music and graphic design. So,
Have you met anybody that maybe you thought was nicer, and then when you met them they were a jerk, or any managers that told any lies? Can you tell us a little bit about
what
that?
there is. I don't want to name no names, but it's tough. You know, it's tough.
Give us a story. Like what happened?
It's tough. It's tough.
They won't know.
Well, there's some people. You know, there's some artists that you see on TV, and you're in love with that impression that they give to you, and it's wonderful. But a lot of times you meet them in person, and they're not that person that you think they are. But you know, I would you know, recommend that, you know, if you like what they do, you like the music, just keep it at that. Try not to get too personal with the musicians because they might not be that person that you think they are.
What do you think about like we're gonna switch things up a little bit and talk about Hollywood. Like, you know, when we were growing up, we were brought up thinking James Dean was cool, Elvis Presley, Dean Martin, Frank Sinatra. What happened to that? How did everything change over to, or what do you think about that?
I think the melting pot now. I think there's so many different ethnicities now, different cultures are involved now. So, you know, there's a lot of different superstars that we might not know, you know. Exactly.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, superstars. So I think the melting pot has a lot to do with that too.
Speaking of melting pot, your music is a fusion of a lot of different...
It is a fusion. The root is flamenco, which is the guitars. But obviously, you know, we want to motivate people to dance, to just get up and want to feel the music. So we've kind of, we've mixed it with a little of the Latin jazz, South American sounds. One of my favorite would be Buena Vista Social Club, which is the Cuban group, you know, and one of my favorites as well. I mean, they're my influences as well.
All right, we're going to check this stuff out. Thank you, Sasha.
Thank you.
Thank you, Diego.
Thank you.
See you next time, Hollywood Players.